Heyo!
Hey,
How's it going,
BuildForce.
BuildForce?
What's up, Jeff?
Yo, hello.
Cool. So it is Saturday. It is a build meet. Check it out.
Build meet.
Yeah.
Yay.
And so yeah, this is where we get together. We talk a lot of rubbish. We will build a lot of plastic model kit stuff, and yeah, we're just generally having a good time.
Yes. And also sometimes people who come to the build meet get exclusive news announcements.
Yes, yeah. So we do drop a lot of exclusive news and announcements. Sometimes there's little things like little surprises that
we want to
throw
see
in.
their live reactions.
Yes, and also if you come in, you can also participate in Beyblade. That way we have a way to blackmail you. So that's awesome. Yay. Yeah, wow, Jeff, you're only going to get one or two. Hey, I remember this. So yeah, it is still 2025 and we've just finished January.
Now it's
so
February.
It's February and we're going to announce our new...
Yeah, so speaking of which, with February till March,
Hold
2
on,
months.
we go this way. Otherwise, I'm standing and people are looking at me. Now, flip it over.
Okay.
There we go. Jeff wants to talk.
Okay. Sorry, let's get a nice angle here. So yeah, coming back to, we've got our first build-off competition for this year, which is going to be for 2 months, February till March, end of March. And what theme is that, Paul?
It's good and evil. Good and evil.
So edgy. Yeah, so we'll just give some highlights. Again, obviously you guys can check out the full document for the info. But yeah, Paul, you've got some examples on the table.
Yes, we've got some examples to show you. Okay, so
what is this good and evil?
So yeah, let's just talk about...
Yeah, good versus evil.
Yeah, good versus evil. So let's talk a little bit about that. You don't have to have 2 kits in your build.
Yes, yeah.
If you do build them, we think you should do them as 2 separate entries. Yeah. Even if you do want to have them as opposing kits, that could be a fun idea.
Each kit, you can do multiple entry, just each kit is its own entry. Yeah,
yeah, and I'm addressing some of the concerns or some of the things that were mentioned on the Discord. Another thing with the, let's call it good and evil. You guys need to figure out what you think defines a good guy and what defines a bad guy. So for example, we have a good guy like this. So
and obviously this competition is not just, it's open to any kind of kit. So it's not just Gunpla.
30-minute missions.
30-minute missions, you can get other brands as well. And
you can, if you can somehow convince us that you've made an evil tank, by all means, but that's the thing. So the vibe is this, right? So yeah, if you want to do a good guy character, I mean, this is a great example because this character has black and white in their color scheme, but we can tell that it's a good guy character.
The aesthetic in the design
it's got like a heavenly vibe, okay? And then we've got kind of a bad guy character.
Because of the skulls.
He's got skulls, he's an edgelord, he's got the red eyes.
Exactly.
You know, it's the whole thing. But what makes him different from the good guy version is that he's got skulls. You know, really, that's like the biggest difference with them. And then you kind of got the
duality.
Let's call it the in-betweener.
Yes,
okay, like Guts.
Yeah.
Guts' visuals are very dark. And so in a lot of ways, this can be like put across as like your dark or your evil character. I would almost say that maybe instead of thinking just like purely good and evil, think light versus...
Yeah, and also you guys can have like both elements in your build, you know? So you can have like a good guy, but he's like kind of an anti-hero. He's got
I mean, like, we would love to see you guys experiment with this and play around with it and not just lean into the typical good versus evil tropes. I mean, if you feel confident with that, maybe have a character turning from good to evil, you know.
Or it can be like, Two-Face.
Yeah, you can look at the Two-Face
like
kind of.
One side is justice.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas you can do. Another cool thing.
Surprise us.
Yeah, that's it. We want to see what you can do. And some good places to reference this kind of thing is really look into film, look into like your anime. Anime is actually really great because there's a lot of instances in anime where the main character can go evil and then come back to being good. And see how they change that. See what the artist did to make that.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is like come up with a story in your head.
Yeah.
And then look up at some references, and So yeah, really excited to see what you guys pull.
And I'm going to give you guys a super pro tip when it comes to evil, good and evil characters, right? The super pro tip. It's not always about color. It's about shape. And
like silhouetting.
Silhouetting. And what helps your silhouette? A good pose. So if you want like a good guys tend to do this like kind of thing or whatever.
Pose, and then like but your bad guys will be hunched
exactly,
over,
your evil guys will have the hunched pose. They'll have the dominant kind of the world is mine pose. whatever. Think about that kind of thing also when you're building. Think about the pose quite a lot because the pose is going to sell it.
Yeah. So the presentation of a kit also adds to your concept as well. So I think another thing to add is this year, so
As do something different, yeah?
As with our build-offs in the past, is that there's a 100 Rand entry fee. You know, that's just to help you guys to commit. You know, if it's free, then you guys are, oh, if I don't finish, whatever. But now, there's an extra incentive now. So like, okay, there's 100 Rand entry fee, so you get committed. But if you finish your kit and send us your finished photos, we'll give you 100 Rand gift card back to you. So yeah, it's like, hey, if you enter and finish, it's free.
Yeah. So guys, if you didn't get that, I'm just going to give you the super summarized version. 100 Rand entry fee for your kit. Submit a finished build. Gunpla SA gives you a 100 Rand voucher.
Yeah.
To say congratulations on submitting a build.
So basically, everybody wins.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's put it this way: we minimize the risk. It's not a price for participation. We're helping you minimize the risk because you know. And then
we'll still have open category and beginner category.
That's
beginner
correct.
category will be more lenient, like we won't look at your build quality and stuff. And this is not a championship, so you know a base is not required. You can, it's optional. You know, if you build a base, hey, awesome for you.
Yeah.
You know, again, obviously, if you can work on the base to sell your idea, sell your story, that's even better. So,
that was the next pro tip I was going to give. As Jeff mentioned, you don't have to do a base. Your base won't be scored. But an evil base will make an evil character look more evil, you know? Or having a good guy contrasted with darkness makes them look more good. Something to think about.
Yeah.
There are lots of easy ways to do bases. You don't have to go sugar, you know, you don't have to go mad on it. And then the third thing, and this will be my personal challenge as I sort of build with this theme in mind this month, or for the next 2 months, is try not to use black. I'm not saying you can't, I'm not saying don't. I'm saying if you want to challenge yourself, try to build a bad guy character without using the color black. Because it is so easy to fall into the, I will use edgelord colors.
Yeah, white guy is good.
And you guys have seen me enough in these videos to know that I love me my jacket, I love me some dark colors. So black, not using black will be my challenge for myself for this. Cool.
Cool.
Jeff, there's one more thing that we have to say before we go, and that is for all of our Asian friends out there.
Yeah. Happy Chinese or Lunar New Year, you know, all that.
That's the part I'm supposed to say. I'm supposed to say Happy Chinese or Lunar New Year, and he's supposed to rock the Mandarin.
Okay. 新年快乐, you know.
There we go. Because if I say it, then it seems like I'm appropriating or something ridiculous. But anyway, but guys, yeah, Happy New Year's. I hope it's the best one for you. I hope it brings lots of fortune and opportunity, and most importantly, good health.
Yeah.
So yeah, and for Gunpla SA, I hope we have an awesome year of the snake.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
Cool.
Check out these sexy people.
Yeah.
Sexy people, say hello to everybody as we go.
So until the next one, guys,
Keep
building
joy.
joy.
Back into the mic.